Alright, well, welcome back. So, we're on chapter 2. Sorry. Leon has been executed. Not much in the mood. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I almost forgot. Since the class trial is over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay. No need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted, smiling faces is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I have to accept the reality of it all. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. Sorry I'm late.
So,
Hey, are you okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was just about to go get you and drag you back here. Sorry. So, what happened? Was your room fixed up like he said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be tough staying there, knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? Well, staying there with her scent still hanging in the air? That would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided that I can't turn away from her death. Makoto. Hey, cheer up. Getting depressed isn't going to help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
got it.
So everyone just try and cheer up and get back on track. Is that honestly supposed to make us feel better? We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well,
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Working together, fighting a common enemy? Like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean?
are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So then.
Then, what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No,
Know what?
I can't take it.
I don't want to live if it means killing someone else to do it. I don't want to kill anyone else. Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves.
But.
But
so,
if we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? That isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it would seem.
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist. Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we'd refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind.
This is a school announced as such. Soon the doors to the dining hall. Oh, and one other thing. It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide. Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear, so be well aware of your actions. Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bite.
What was that just now? Was he saying it's our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Fuck with me.
That piece of shit. Who does he think he is? And so the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun. Boy's Life of Despair. I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay, lift your arms up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now reach way up and bend way down. Tighten those muscles. Let's add a little strength, a little speed to those young bodies of yours.
Doesn't this feel just great? Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure to stay healthy. You're the one keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's my motto. Wow, I sounded pretty cool just now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in writhing agony for? So, why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise?
Hey!
If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing those exercises, you will uncover the secret of the assassin's fist. Passed down from generation to generation in the Empire of Darkness, the power can be yours. That sounds like the kind of junk a middle schooler would come up with. It doesn't matter. Let's just get to the point. Did you... Oh, that's Makoto, sorry. It doesn't matter, just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to exercise?
Hey,
Of course not. You think I have that kind of free time on my hands? Okay, so then... I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome a class trial here at Hope's Peak, a whole new world will open up to you. Unbelievable sights, indescribable feelings. A whole new world.
you guys?
It'd really suck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD. I gotta keep you motivated.
Very nice.
So go ahead, look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode. With that, Monokuma disappeared, leaving us even more confused than when he'd shown up. But a new world?
Could it be?
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely.
Piece of shit!
Well, we don't know till we look. Whatever he meant, it seems we'll have to search the school one more time.
You hear me?
Okay, then let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet back up at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that? More like a staple food source. Now let's get moving. Seeing his words as their signal, everyone scattered and left the gym. Alright. So let's see here. Who's still here? Yasuhiro? The gate that was blocking the stairs has been opened. Is this what Monokuma meant by a new world? If so, what's up there? This is the second floor of the school. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Yeah, I'm sure of it. There's gotta be something here. I'm gonna eat a Pocky Stick. Sorry if that's loud. The baby is sleeping. Please be quiet.
I see.
This must be what he meant by a new world. Look around. There isn't really much to explore in the classrooms. It's the other rooms. Ah, that's to the third floor. Don't have access to that yet. Library. Here we go. The shelf is packed tight with books, but looking at it, the whole thing is incredibly dusty. It looks like this library's been neglected for a pretty long time. Even though it's a prestigious high school, they've been pretty careless about keeping it nice. It's remarkably dusty in here, and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do much reading in. I'm absolutely shocked. How come?
Nation.
They have all these books here, and not one copy of any of my works. Well, yeah, why would they have comics in a library? Plus, most fanfic is just porn drawn by a bunch of amateurs. You just don't get it. Not at all. I do too get it. And with a face like yours, anyone can tell that nothing you do is worthwhile. Say whatever you want about me, but never judge a book by its author.
No, nothing.
Now hear this. Appearances mean nothing at all. What you see before you is nothing more than the rind that contains the meaty pulp of my genius.
Yo.
My creations are what determine my meaning and value. You're so full of it. I'm used to being misunderstood. You think weak attacks like yours will drop my HP? Those two really worry me. What you doing, Byakuya? But still, this library is most interesting. I have to be careful with library because when I was a kid, I used to say library, and that's still something a lot of people say too. Huh? What's interesting about it?
Stop talking.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud. Toko? You must be pretty happy to have all these books around, huh, Toko? Not particularly. Nothing's really caught my attention so far. Indeed, there's a plethora of books, it's true, but the content seems lacking. Where's the comic books? Where's the young adult section? Comic books? Young adult? That stuff's a waste of time. I've seen what you write, Miss Fukawa. Talented as you are, your stuff isn't any more worthwhile. My stories are filled with true love and pure feelings. Don't compare them to that garbage of yours. Your writing doesn't even mean anything. It's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. Someone should just burn it all. Oh, the lady doth protest too much, methinks. I bet you're secretly into boy-on-boy action. Boy-on-boy? I don't care if it's an anime or comics or fanfic or whatever. It's all filth! Throwaway culture that'll be trashed and forgotten in half a decade. Oh, just talking about it makes me sick to my stomach. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. You've insulted me and you've insulted my honor. These two are really starting to freak me out. I've never seen anything like it. Really? It's pretty much what any weeb and their parents have that exact same discussion. The shelf is covered in dust, but on the shelf is a letter. What's this? Hope's Peak Academy.
Indeed.
It was buried under a thick layer of dust. It must have been sitting there for quite a while. Well, shall we see what's inside? But we shouldn't read other people's mail without their permission.
Is that right?
What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside. Okay. I broke the seal in the dusty envelope and pulled out the single sheet of paper I found inside. I unfolded the paper and read what was written there. From the Hope's Peak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have been committed to shaping the youth who will one day shape the world. We have a long, proud history as an institution of higher learning with full governmental support. Our graduates enter society ready to take on active leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope's Peak Academy must now lower the curtain on its glorious history for the time being. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. That being said, this is the end for now, and I would like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for your help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official governmental authorization to formally cease operations. What does this mean? The contents of this letter are quite interesting indeed. It would seem Hope's Peak had stopped functioning as a school. And judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently. If I had to guess, I'd say this letter could be at least a year old. So you're saying Hope's Peak closed down at least a year ago? Most likely, the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put on this little performance. But that would mean it was closed when I got here just a few days ago. But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if the school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in all the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened over a year ago, right? But before I got here, I looked stuff up online about the school and never saw anything about this.
In other words,
That must have all been part of the mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here. Someone who could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. Of course, that's all assuming that this letter is real.
However,
If it is real, though, that does solve one mystery surrounding the school. The reason there are no other students here could be because the school had already closed down. That would be a nice, simple solution, it's true. But then, what about this other part? This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. What do they mean by serious issues? That's apparently why the school had to close. Is there any connection between that and what's happening to us now?
now,
If the two events are in fact connected, uncovering that connection would be a useful clue, on top of figuring out the mastermind's motive. Although I can't really say any more until we find it. So in other words, only the Mastermind knows the truth right now. The Mastermind's motive. If we can figure out why they would want to imprison us all here, will that be enough to get us out of here? Oh, can't. It's behind this door. It's some kind of archive. All I saw in there was stacks of old books and files. I can't imagine what business you would have in there. That's true. I don't really have any reason to check it out. Anything else? Apparently. No, 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 no. It looks like a laptop. The laptop looks pretty old, and it's all covered in dust.
So...
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened. It's broken, huh? Too bad. I was hoping I could use it to go online and see what's going on in the outside world. If it's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Okay, yeah, that was the... Alright, and let's... Sorry, I thought that was a door. Let's go to... another area. 2B. Anyone in here? Reality isn't everything. It's like a pig. Monopig. Monobore. That's what it looks like. Monobuta. Okay, here's the pool.
Just a second.
Oh, Makoto! Hey, guess what? Guess what I found? A pool! There's a pool here! A pool! Pool, pool, pool! You don't have to keep repeating it. I got it. And there's a ton of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out. Yeah, you're right about that. Hina seems way more excited than usual.
Okay.
The locker rooms connect to a pool. It looks super nice and big and fantastic to swim in. I'm beyond excited right now. I can't wait to dive in. In fact, I'm getting kind of mad thinking about it. Why are you getting mad? Hey Chihiro, have you checked out the pool yet? No. I don't like wearing swimsuits. Yeah, you do seem like the type who might not be into that kind of thing. But still, it sounds like the locker rooms here have all the exercise equipment you could ask for. Maybe I'll give it a try. I kind of like to get a little stronger. You want to get stronger? I have to say, that's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm not even brave enough to step foot into the locker room. Huh. You don't even want to go in the locker room. It's not that I don't want to, it's just... I don't get it. Is she afraid of locker rooms or something? That's a pretty weird phobia, though. The second floor has opened up, the living area has grown, and a number of facilities are now available. Trying to get her voice, or at least my version of her voice. Whatever else is going on, I must admit things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional class trial may not be so bad. There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf. Let's take a look at this giant machine gun. Is that a real gun? It's not like we're at war here. Why would we need something like that here? Is this some kind of card reader? I wonder what it's for. Behind this door is the locker room?
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms. Really?
Of course.
Really, really?
Oh.
If you want to unlocker the locker room, you'll have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boy's handbook can open the boys' locker room. And the same goes for the girls. And that's the bottom line. But what if someone opens the door and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency will be punished without mercy for their scandalous sexual depravity. Or depravity, I don't know. See, there's a Gatling gun mounted on the ceiling, right? And it'll be all...
Just a second.
I bet it really hurt to get shot by that thing. No, I think it'd be a little worse than that. But what happens if someone loans their handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook, and that would get them into the girls' locker room, would it not? What? That never even occurred to me! To think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish! It's like Celestia almost thought of it herself to get into the boys' locker room. Okay then, how's this sound? Time for a new rule! As of this moment, loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. There, so now nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? I'm kind of a genius, right? It's 'cause my brain is 100% cotton.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbook out in the first place.
Is that okay?
After all, they would likely be held responsible for anything that person might do using the handbook.
So,
But you know, you seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff.
Of course.
It's 'cause all you teenagers are sex-crazed maniacs. You're at that age you try humping a plastic bottle. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfy here. So to keep anything unseemly from happening, I have to maintain a rigorous watch. Then in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eye on our dorms. If some man and some woman decided to share a room, there would be nothing to stop them. All I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself. I don't care what happens in your private dorms. By force or by cunning, do whatever you want.
the worst.
I hate you so much.
See ya.
Okay, so the new regulation is now in place. See ya!
Ah.
Man, that stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe I'll go take a dip to cheer myself up.
You got it.
Celeste, Chihiro, you want to come with me?
As for me,
There is nothing I hate more than getting water on my face. You don't wash your face, Celeste?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll pass this time. How come? When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it. I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Anyway, now I have a pretty good idea what's on the second floor. But I didn't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. All I can do now is hope someone else found something worthwhile. Okay, I'd better head back to the dining hall as soon as possible.
Listen to me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how'd it go? Did anyone discover any interesting new anything? Too many any's. There's a library. And a pool. A freaking pool. And locker rooms filled with exercise equipment.
Well,
There was not, however, anything resembling an escape route. Yeah, she's right.
see.
Well, hey, there's no reason to get all sulky. Wait till you hear about my amazing discovery.
Down and listen.
The warehouse and bathhouse on the first floor of the dorms are now open.
You hear me?
And the warehouse is chock full of food, clothes, whatever you want. There's so much it's insane. So go ahead and stuff yourself to the gills whenever you feel like. Ha ha ha.
are you okay with this?
Keep in mind, of course, that going out at nighttime is still prohibited. Please do not forget.
Yo.
Okay, what about a fucking way out of here? You find anything like that? Oh, well,
What?
there wasn't anything in the warehouse we could use to get our asses out of here. Nothing. Unfortunately, no. Not that I saw.
Hey, come on.
You fucking people.
What?
Who gives a shit if we have a goddamn pool now? Or a warehouse? Or whatever the fuck?
Stop fucking around.
We're still trapped in this piece of shit school. We need to find a goddamn way out. No, there's no point in taking your anger out on us. Adaptation is the key, yes? For now, we must each find a way to enjoy our current situation.
You piece of...
Whatever you say, you fucking loon. For now, let's just continue our investigation, and let everyone know if you should discover something.
So then,
So, are we done for today?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess so. The air seemed to suddenly grow heavy again. Was this the mastermind's plan? To give us hope, just to turn around and betray that hope? What is he up to? That's what my school sounds like when classes are over.
As such, soon the doors to the Okay then.
We all promised not to leave our rooms during nighttime. There's not much else to do. I guess I'll just go to bed. Mr. Monokuma! Mr. Monokuma, do you have a second? I don't really like myself. I don't have any kind of skill or hobby I can say I'm super good at. And my grades are totally average, too. My reflexes are okay. Not great, not awful. I could get into a decent college where I'd make a few friends, maybe even find a normal girlfriend. Which is exactly why I don't like who I am. I understand that now. My life is just one giant copy-paste. I don't have any imagination. I'm a perfectly average cardboard cutout.
You see what I mean, right, Mr. Monokuma?
Sometimes I trying to figure out what the friggin' hell the Monokuma theme. I don't know how much of foreshadowing that is, though. I think like a very small amount of it is, but the rest not so much. They keep it spoiler free.
Good morning again.
Okay, yeah. Oh shit! Damn, sorry. I think it's just the rule that, yeah, he must be referring to yesterday. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. But right now, I need to hurry up and head to breakfast. It's head to get breakfast. I guess, yeah, you don't to breakfast. You get breakfast, you don't to it. So sometimes English is so hard for me to like think about and how to explain like do. Like they don't have like do can be a verb, but it can also be an auxiliary verb. Like, do you eat sushi? In Japanese, you would just ask sushi o tabemasu ka, which is just, I mean, it means do you eat sushi, but they don't have a word that means do. Like do you eat? You can answer yes, I do, and then that the do there becomes a verb. I don't mean to give y'all an English lesson. This is just stuff I have to go through with my job. One of the teachers pulled me aside. Let's talk before we to breakfast here. Just want to talk about my. I'll stay still in case anyone gets motion sick. The dress I'm wearing that I wore today, I don't think is that bad, but I guess it shows maybe just a peak of cleavage. And one of my English teachers, she pulled me aside, and she was like, I understand there's a cultural difference of what is okay, because it's like in America what I'm wearing is not that bad, but to Japan it may be just a bit just a bit risque. Just a bit, yeah. And she was like, so she was just like, so just be a little conscious about what you're wearing. No one said anything, but still, just be careful. And then, and then she says, I am quite envious of your breasts, because I'm not small chested. I don't want to go too much into it, but it was just kind of something funny that happened today. And what I'm wearing isn't that bad. But fortunately, I'm able to, like, kind of, if I adjust my shoulders, it comes to, you know, can't really see much of anything, so. Oh, well, it's something I have to be a bit more. I need to get some new clothing because it's coming up to be summer and it's going to get super hot. But I don't have access to my money at the moment.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning, Makoto! I'll have to talk about that later. The money situation. Good morning. Is everyone here already?
Yo.
Nope. Still waiting on Byakuya and Taka. Byakuya is no surprise, but it's strange Taka's not here yet. Knowing Taka, I imagine he is trying to get the king of tardiness up and out of bed. I'm sure they'll be here soon enough. Just be patient.
Let's see.
I don't mind waiting for them, but there is one problem. Which is? I am thirsty.
Hey, come on.
How the hell is that a problem? Hifumi, would you make me some tea? Huh? Milk tea, if you please.
Well,
Why me?
let's see.
Your roundish figure reminds me of the owner of the coffee shop I used to frequent. That's your reason?
This is fine.
I can feel my throat drying out. Quickly, please.
Oh.
Okay. Apparently unable to refuse Celeste's order, Hifumi skulked his way into the kitchen. And a few minutes later... Thank you for waiting. Hifumi reappeared with tray in hand, the gentle aroma growing stronger as he approached. Finally. You could have made some tea for the rest of us, you know.
There's no way to
I emphatically decline.
this kind of way.
You're not my type at all. It's all about the law of causality, basic instinct, act and react. Ugh. Well then, if you don't mind. A small smile played across her lips as she held the teacup delicately in her hand.
Oh,
Wait. She cocked her head to the side and threw the cup as hard as she could at the wall.
What?
What the? Hey, what are you doing, my little white rabbit? I hate this kind of tea. I don't understand.
yes, indeed.
Imagine we are at a coffee shop, just any normal, everyday cafe. I sit down and I order some tea. They then ask me, would you like lemon or milk? Now, further imagine that I replied, yes, I would like milk tea, please. In this case, along with my tea, they may bring me a small container of milk, yes? But this is not for me. I'm among those who prefer the milk to be part of the process from the outset. The fragrance is just so overwhelmingly sweet that way. Adding milk or lemon right before you drink is like dousing your fries in ketchup. Mere condiments. Whenever looking for a cafe, I first review their menu to see if it offers the proper style of milk tea. And I cannot acknowledge any milk tea that does not add the milk during the brewing process. If I had to describe our shared reaction to what we just heard, I'd have to go with wide-eyed bewilderment. I went to all that trouble to make you that tea, and you wanted me to go even farther? Yes, I realize it can be a bit of a hassle. Even in cafes that offer proper milk tea, it is always more expensive than simple tea with milk. It takes more time to prepare, surely, but... why even bother creating a menu if you are not going to offer the highest level of quality? Well, we don't actually have a menu.
You little bitch.
That does not matter. Hurry up and bring me what I asked for, swine!
Say what?
What? Okay, your little piggy will bring it right out. I do so love coercion. You were like a totally different person just now. Yeah, shit, you really went psycho there. I knew there was more to her than when I first met her. I'd hate to have her as an enemy. Seriously, man, she's one scary chick. The dining hall doors flew open and one of the late arrivals came storming in. But... bad news, everyone. There is a mystery afoot. Huh? What happened? It would seem Byakuya refuses to leave his room. I stood there pressing his doorbell over and over, but he never showed himself. Maybe he just wasn't there.
I think maybe...
I'd like to think so, but I'm worried something might have happened to him. What he meant by that. He didn't have to say anything else. Everyone understood exactly what that might mean.
Listen to me!
Ah, I was just about to suggest the same thing.
What's your...
Stop trying to one-up everyone. Okay, then I'll go check his room one more time. I'm just gonna keep on hammering that button until I get a response. Very well. Then the rest of us can go check the rest of the building. Yeah, before it's, too late. Anyway, we have to just do our best to find Byakuya. So where might Byakuya have gone? Maybe he went to go check out the second floor of the school again. I actually know. When I opened the door to the library and looked inside, I cried out in sudden surprise. Byakuya? Of all the things I'd imagined, this most definitely wasn't one of them.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm fishing. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm trying to read, so if you could be quiet.
Oh, sorry. Wait, no! What are you doing here? Everyone's super worried. We've all been looking for you.
Who asked you to do that?
Because we're all supposed to meet up in the morning and eat together. We made a promise.
A promise? Can't I get a second's peace and quiet around here?
Byakuya snapped his book shut and slowly stood up smooth and silent as a shadow. Meanwhile, the others must have heard me yell and started showing up one after another.
Yo!
Byakuya! So this is where you've been hiding. The heck are you doing here, man? We were very concerned. Well, you had no reason to be. I was just reading. I've never read such a coarse novel before, but it might just prove useful at some point. What were you reading? A mystery novel. Wait, so are you gonna use what you're learning in there to betray us? Don't be stupid. Yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, what?
Truly.
If I decide to fight, of course I'll come up with something original. Otherwise, this game of ours will be totally boring, right? It's not often you get to take part in such a high-stakes, high-tension activity. So if you're going to do it, you have to make sure it's entertaining. His words sent a chill down my spine. There was an undeniable smile on his face as he spoke. He looked like he was actually enjoying himself. Enjoying this deranged killing game.
Damn you!
What the fuck do you mean, game? That's fucked up! But it is a game. It's a game of life or death, which can have only one winner. That's all there is to it. He is right, it's a zero-sum game. Huh?
Are you okay with this?
It is a part of game theory, a mathematical model. In game theory, what we are going through now is called a zero-sum game. In this type of game, in order for one person to gain something, another must necessarily lose something. In other words, it is a situation in which participants must compete for position or resources.
I see.
You mean like a kind of elimination match?
Actually,
Entrance exams, sports tournaments, job openings, most social interactions fall into this category. Everyone must scramble to obtain something which is limited. For you to succeed, someone else must fail. This also applies to the school life we have been subjected to here. In this case,
Is that okay?
our limited resource is that only one of us can successfully become the Blackened.
So, in other words,
So this game was designed from the beginning to force one of us to try and defeat all the others. That can't be what they had in mind. This is why adaptation is so crucial. If those who want to escape were to disappear, there would be no reason to continue playing the game.
what?
But why would I want to stop playing? It's so much fun. He smiled again as he spoke. The smile was filled with evil intent. It twisted his face into something not human. It sounds as if you do not acknowledge even the possibility that you may lose. Am I right?
Naturally.
Of course. You do not speak like the others. Exactly what I would expect from the Togami heir apparent. It's just normal arrogance, isn't it?
Just a second.
You talk like that, but what if you end up dead?
Not possible.
I won't. It simply isn't possible.
You son of a bitch!
Who the fuck do you think you are? You know, I still just can't believe it.
What?
Believe what? That an uneducated, brain-dead, useless piece of garbage like you has survived this long.
Piece of shit!
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Don't make me repeat myself.
Like I said, I won't die. You keep saying that, but do not bother arguing with him. For him, the concept of losing simply does not exist. He is the ultimate affluent progeny, after all. A boy raised to succeed from the day he was born. He considers victory his destiny, and has lived his life accordingly. Tests and challenges are merely ways for him to stand victorious, even if it is a life and death situation. Is that not so, Byakuya? At least one of you seems to understand.
Isn't it wonderful?
It is because I am the same as you. Games are meant to be won.
That's enough.
Are you trying to suggest we're on the same level? Close that vulgar mouth of yours. Well, I do apologize. Anyway, let me just say this to all of you. You all need to try harder. If an opponent isn't going to give it their best, where's the fun for me?
No,
That's a terrible way to look at it.
What?
it's because...
This isn't a game. Our lives are on the line, you know. To kill your own friends is...
That's horrific.
Friends? Who decided that?
Huh?
Huh? We're not friends. No, quite the opposite. We're in competition. We're enemies.
But...
You know...
What?
But what? Stop trying to force your contradictions on me and just accept what I'm telling you.
Come on.
Yes? If you have something to say, say it. Otherwise, keep your mouth closed.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Stop fucking around!
Hey, shithead! You get off on bullying people that can't fight back? You wanna try that on me? So, you're back to pretending to be friends, huh? And how long do you think that's going to last?
Shit!
Fuck you!
What?
Is that all you can say? It's unfortunate you would waste your breath on such empty gibberish.
You son of a bitch!
That's it, you're fucking dead.
Just a second.
Hold on, just calm down.
Piece of shit!
I am calm. How is this calm? Anyway, I don't have any intention of working with the rest of you any longer. To cooperate during an elimination game is, well, frankly, it's a waste of time. And I hate wasting my time. Waste of time? Engaging in friendly group meals is out of the question. Someone could easily poison our food. And I'd rather not become part of the Last Supper just yet. Quit talking like you're in a fucking movie or something.
Goodbye.
All I'm saying is that, ultimately, you're all free to do whatever you want on your own. Goodbye. Without a second glance back, Byakuya left. There wasn't anything we could do to keep him from going. His way of thinking was just beyond anything the rest of us could even comprehend.
But...
Was he serious about all that? He was, without a doubt.
don't fuck with me.
Well, fuck him too. Fuck him then. But what he said, he might not necessarily be wrong. I mean, can you say for sure someone won't poison our food? Hey, come on! You too, Toko?
Anyway.
Well, it's not like anyone would care even if I was gone, right? Actually, I bet you all want me gone. You all think I'm disgusting. None of us think that. You just think you don't think that! I know some people like to play the victim, but this is just totally out there. You think I don't know, but I do. You want me gone. And I'm sure the rest of you want the same thing, don't you? Hey, Toko, wait! Just let her go. Once she gets going like that, there is nothing you can say to bring her back. Ultimately, our breakfast meeting came to an end without answering any questions. Everyone headed back to their rooms. Geez, I'm tired already. But I don't have time to take even one day off. I need to get myself going. Alright, so free time. I am going to actually cut off this video here. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Danganronpa and other games.